Rain fell hard. Tiny paws slipped in the mud. The puppy whimpered. He was all alone. Where was his family? He missed their warm fur. He missed their happy barks. The rain soaked his brown fur. He was so very cold. He tried to find his way home. Every shadow scared him. The wind howled like a monster. Thunder boomed. The puppy closed his eyes. He wished for a miracle. A pair of bright eyes watched. Whiskers twitched. In the stillness of the night, a sleek black cat lay hidden in the shadows, her eyes gleaming like tiny lanterns. She was a silent observer, a guardian of the night, always alert and ready to spring into action. A sleek black cat stepped into the rain. The droplets glistened on her fur, making her look almost magical. She moved with purpose, her paws barely making a sound on the wet ground. The rain didn't bother her. She was on a mission. She moved with quiet grace. Each step was deliberate, each movement fluid. She was a creature of elegance, her every action a testament to her feline agility. The world around her seemed to slow down, as if in awe of her presence. She had seen the lost puppy. Her sharp eyes had caught sight of the little creature, shivering and alone. It was a pitiful sight, one that tugged at her heartstrings. She knew she had to do something. He looked so small and afraid. The cat approached slowly. Her movements were gentle, her demeanor calm. She didn't want to scare the poor thing any more than it already was. She could see the fear in his eyes, and she wanted to reassure him. She hissed a soft greeting. The puppy trembled. It was a sound meant to comfort, not to frighten. She wanted him to know that she was a friend, not a foe. The puppy's trembling lessened, just a bit. He had never seen a cat before. Everything about her was new and strange to him, her sleek fur, her sharp eyes, her graceful movements. But there was something about her that made him feel safe. But this cat didn't seem mean. She had a softness to her, a kindness that was evident in her eyes. She didn't seem like the kind of creature that would harm him. He began to relax just a little. She smelled like warm milk and sunshine. It was a comforting scent, one that reminded him of better times. It made him feel warm inside, despite the cold rain that continued to fall around them. The cat rubbed against the puppy's cheek. He licked her ear. It was a gesture of trust, a sign that he was beginning to feel safe with her. They were two lost souls finding comfort in each other's presence. Maybe, just maybe, she could help him. She had found a new purpose, a new mission. She would be his guardian, his protector. Together they would face the world, one step at a time. The cat led the way, her paws moving gracefully over the forest floor. She was a natural leader, her confidence evident in every step she took. The forest was her domain, and she navigated it with ease. She knew these woods well, every tree and every path. The dense foliage and the winding trails were no match for her keen senses. She had traveled this route many times before, and each time she grew more familiar with its secrets. The puppy followed close behind, his small legs working hard to keep up. He looked up to the cat, trusting her completely. She was his guide, his protector, and he felt a sense of security in her presence. He felt safe with her, knowing that as long as he stayed close, nothing could harm him. The bond between them was strong, forged through countless adventures and shared experiences. She dodged puddles and fallen branches with agility, her movements smooth and precise. Each obstacle was met with a swift and calculated response, showcasing her expertise in navigating the forest terrain. He copied her every move, learning from her actions. The puppy's eyes were fixed on the cat, his determination to follow her example evident in his every step. He was a quick learner, and her guidance was invaluable. The rain began to slow, the heavy drops turning into a gentle drizzle. The forest seemed to breathe a sigh of relief, the air becoming fresher and the path ahead clearer. The change in weather brought a sense of calm to the journey. A rainbow peeked through the clouds, its vibrant colors a promise of hope. The cat purred softly, her contentment evident. The sight of the rainbow lifted their spirits, a beautiful reminder of the world beyond the forest. Almost there, her purr seemed to say. Her eyes were fixed on the path ahead, her determination unwavering. She knew that their journey was nearing its end, and she was ready to lead them home. The puppy wagged his tail, his excitement growing with each step. He could sense that they were close, and the anticipation made him giddy. His trust in the cat was absolute, and he followed her with renewed energy. He was tired, but he kept going. The journey had been long and arduous, but his determination never wavered. The thought of home gave him the strength to push through his exhaustion. A house came into view, its familiar silhouette a beacon of hope. The sight of it filled them with joy, their hearts swelling with the promise of rest and comfort. They had made it through the forest and home was within reach. The puppy knew that house. His eyes lit up with recognition and his pace quickened. The sight of the house brought back memories of warmth and safety, and he couldn't wait to be back. He ran towards the porch steps, his barks echoing through the air. He barked and barked, his excitement overflowing. The journey had been long, but they were finally home. The door swung open, creaking slightly as it revealed the dimly lit interior of the house. Outside, the storm raged on, with rain pouring down in torrents and the wind howling through the trees. A little girl cried out with joy, her eyes lighting up as she saw a familiar figure bounding towards her. "Buddy, you came back!" she exclaimed, her voice filled with relief and happiness. She scooped the puppy into her arms, holding him close as if she would never let go. Buddy, the puppy, wagged his tail furiously and licked her face, his wet fur soaking her clothes. He was so happy to be home, away from the cold and the storm. The warmth of the house enveloped him, and he felt safe once more. The cat, who had been watching from the edge of the porch, blinked slowly. She had been the one to find Buddy and lead him back home. The little girl smiled at her feline friend, her eyes brimming with gratitude. "Thank you," she whispered softly, her voice barely audible over the sound of the storm. "You saved my best friend," she added, her voice filled with emotion. The cat's eyes seemed to twinkle in response, as if she understood the depth of the girl's gratitude. The cat jumped onto the porch, her movements graceful and fluid. She shook off the rain from her fur and looked up at the girl and the puppy. The little girl wrapped a warm blanket around the cat, making sure she was comfortable. The cat purred softly, a sound of contentment and trust. The puppy snuggled closer to the cat, his small body seeking the warmth and comfort of his rescuer. The cat didn't mind, she welcomed the closeness. They were both warm and safe at last, nestled together in the cozy home. The storm outside continued to rage, but inside, there was only peace and love. The rain stopped. Stars twinkled in the night sky. The cat and the puppy slept soundly. They were an unusual pair, but they had found each other in the storm. They had shown each other kindness. They had learned to trust. They had become friends. And their friendship, like the stars above, would shine brightly forever. For more video updates, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, The Puppy Squad 2620. Stay tuned for more content. Follow here, at The Puppy Squad 2620.